Hi, welcome back to We Make DevOps. In this recording, we will be going to see init container problem for CK exam. We will be going to start it with a liner definition, but if you need to deep dive, then please follow this given link. This is from kubernetes.io. So you can go on that site and you can read a lot of aspect about init container. So init container can satisfy two conditions. The first one, they always run to completion. If you aware that container life cycle, then you must understand the mean of completion. The number two, each init container must complete successfully before the next one start. So now I'm just directly coming on the question, the problem statement that is simple and straightforward. We will get a code manifest file and we need to add init container. So the condition is that pod should be running and do not delete any existing configuration. And what is the twist in it? Twist is that if you go ahead on this pod manifest file, we will see there's a command that will say that if this file not exist, then it will exit. If this file exists, then the sleep command get executed and pod get running this time. So if I'm saying that solution, then we have to do two aspects. First of all, we need to add a init container because it's given in the task. The second one, we need to create this file by a init container. So as per that statement, which are run before the main container. So it means that when we are going to execute init container, it going to create this file before to execute the main container, that is the application container here. So what we have to do normally, now we will going to add init container. I'll show you the solution. That is quite simple syntax, like we have to add init here. After that, we have to execute a command. In that command, we need to execute something that will create this particular file. And before this file, we need to create this directory because this is a Alpine image and we know that in this image, there's a no slash work. So in that init container, we will going to create this directory first and after that this file, and then that's it. So that is my solution. If I'm going here, so this is what that I created. I'll make it more clear to you. So this is solution. So here the I didn't delete anything, I appended, I added this thing. So when I added that, so I added one init container, that name is init container itself. I took the image, this one, and like you can choose whatever image you want. There's no restriction on the image. The main thing is that the result, we need to execute this command. First of all, we need to execute some command to create a directory, and after that we need to create some command to this file, because as per the statement we need to create a file before this main container execution. That's it. So I created this volume mount on the same directory there. This file exists on the main container, and that's it. Now I'm going to create kubectl apply -f init container, and this is my solution. And if I'm going here, kubectl get code, and you can see that init container came in running statement. Again, I'm going to on the question, that is, so we need to add init container as per the solution. Once we created the container, we need to execute some command. By that command, this file get created before the main container gets started, that is application container, and then it will going to execute the sleep condition, and the port status should be running in that time. Like this is that uh, condition, and that's it. That it is high weightage question. So I'm going to end this recording here itself. Like this is the motto of this recording. We will come again with some new problem. Thanks a lot for watching it.